Your cat loves you, no doubt about it. But what if I told you that some of the ways you show love might actually confuse them, or worse, make them feel like you're punishing them? Don't panic. You're not a bad cat parent. In fact, most of us have been guilty of these common mistakes. The good news? With just a few small changes, you can turn every petting session into a moment of deep trust and connection. Let's dive in. You see, cats are not tiny dogs in fancy fur coats. They are wired differently. Their instincts, boundaries, and emotional needs come from thousands of years of evolution as both predator and prey. And that means touch, something that feels like pure affection to us, can sometimes feel like an invasion to them. And here's the kicker. Many of us are making the same mistakes every single day without realizing it. Mistake number 1. The ambush cuddle. Picture this. Your cat is curled up on the couch, eyes half closed, tail neatly wrapped like a cinnamon roll. They look so peaceful, so irresistibly adorable, that you can't help but reach down and give them a little scratch on the head. Seems sweet, right? But from your cat's point of view, that's a jump scare. Cats value autonomy more than anything. When you reach in without warning, it can feel like someone barging into your personal bubble while you're daydreaming. Even if they don't hiss or scratch, that small breach chips away at trust. Animal behaviorists consistently note that cats form stronger bonds when they get to decide the when and how of touch. So the rule here? Don't sneak in affection like a ninja. Instead, let them invite you. When your cat bumps your leg, nudges your hand, or hops onto your lap, that's their green light. Respecting that makes your love land 100 times stronger. Mistake number 2, touching the forbidden zones. Okay, let's talk about cat geography. Yes, your cat might flop over and show you their belly, but no, that's not an open invitation to go in for tummy rubs. Think of it like someone handing you their phone unlocked. It's not permission to snoop, it's a display of trust. For most cats, the belly is a red alert zone. Touch it, and you'll often trigger a lightning-fast kick, bite, or leap. Not because they hate you, but because their nervous system is wired for defense in that area. The same goes for paws and the base of the tail. These spots are loaded with sensitive nerve endings, which makes touch there overstimulating. It's like when someone tickles your ribs, you might laugh, but you're also uncomfortable. Instead, focus on the sweet spots. Cheeks, full of scent glands that spread your family vibes. Under the chin, relaxing and deeply satisfying for most cats. Behind the ears and top of the head, triggers, purrs, and headbutts, the feline equivalent of a hug. Stick to those zones, and your cat will melt into your hand instead of running from it. Mistake number 3. Bad timing. Cats are emotional sponges. They pick up on your energy faster than you think. If you've just had a stressful call, dropped a pan in the kitchen, or stormed through the living room with frustration written all over your face, your cat noticed. So when you reach out right after that chaos, your touch doesn't feel like comfort. It feels like part of the chaos. Even if you didn't yell at them, your tone and body language tell them the room is unsafe. The result? Instead of leaning into your hand, your cat stiffens, flicks their tail, or even walks away. Not because they don't love you, but because the timing is all wrong. Here's the fix. Wait. Give your cat space after tense moments. Let the room's energy settle. When you're calm, your touch communicates calm. And cats crave that consistency. Mistake number 4. Sending mixed signals. Imagine if sometimes your best friend gave you the warmest hug, but other times they pushed you away halfway through. Confusing, right? Cats feel the same when we're inconsistent. If one day you let them purr in your lap for an hour, but the next day you suddenly plop them down mid-snuggle, they learn that your touch is unpredictable. And unpredictability equals risk. Cats need to know what to expect from you. The more consistent and gentle your interactions are, the more they can fully relax. And when a cat fully relaxes, that's when the magic happens. Kneading paws, steady purring, and that slow blink of love. Mistake number 5, overstaying your welcome. You know that moment, you're petting your cat, they're purring away, and then suddenly, boom, they stand up, tail flicks, and off they go, like they just remembered a dentist appointment. That wasn't random. That was your cat politely saying, "We're done here." Cats love affection in small, controlled doses. Even during the happiest cuddle, there's a tipping point where pleasure becomes overstimulation. If you push past it, you risk turning a positive moment into an uncomfortable one. The secret? End the session before they do. Quit while you're ahead. That way, every petting moment ends on a high note, leaving them eager for the next one. Think of it like ending a great TV series at the perfect finale, rather than dragging it out until it loses its magic. And here's the beautiful part. When you start honoring your cat's timing, touch preferences, and body signals, the bond between you and your feline friend doesn't just improve, it deepens into something profound. Cats don't just tolerate you, they actively seek you out because every interaction feels safe, respectful, and loving. Coming up in part 2, I'll share the exact science-backed techniques to pet your cat the right way, the 3-second rule, how to read their body language like a pro, and how to turn simple head scratches into a trust-building superpower. Okay, so now you know what not to do. But here's the fun part. Let's talk about how to turn your hands into your cat's favorite thing in the whole world. These tips aren't just about petting. They're about creating trust, safety, and a love language your cat actually understands. Tip number 1, the 3-second rule. Think of this as your cat's version of consent check-ins. Start with a gentle stroke or two, usually on the head, cheek, or under the chin. Then pause. Wait 3 seconds. What happens next tells you everything. If they lean in, lift their chin, or keep purring, green light. If their tail twitches, ears flick back, or they glance at your hand, yellow light. Stop before it goes red. This mimics how cats groom each other. In feline world, grooming isn't a long marathon. It's short, respectful bursts with pauses in between. Following this rhythm tells your cat, "I respect your comfort zone," and respect is the foundation of trust. Tip number 2, stick to the scent gland sweet spots. There's a reason your cat presses their face against your hand or headbutts you. It's not just adorable, it's chemical. Cats have scent glands around their cheeks, chin, forehead, and even at the base of their ears. When you pet them there, you're activating the very spots they use to mark objects and people as safe. That's why those areas feel so good to them. You're not only soothing their nerves, you're reinforcing their bond with you. A gentle scratch under the chin or a rub behind the ears can trigger slow blinking, head nudges, and that irresistible flop of relaxation. Think of it this way. Every cheek rub is like your cat saying, "You're part of my family now." Tip number 3, let them make the first move. This might be the hardest for us humans, especially when you just want to scoop them up and smother them with love. But cats thrive on autonomy. They want to feel like they're in control of when affection happens. So instead of walking over an imposing touch, try this. Sit nearby, stay calm, and let them come to you. Maybe they'll rub against your leg, curl into your lap, or bump their head into your hand. That's their invitation. When you respond to their initiation, the affection lands deeper. It's no longer you petting them. It's you sharing a moment together. And in cat world, that distinction matters more than we realize. Tip number 4, end while they're still happy. Here's the golden rule. Always leave them wanting more. End your petting session before they feel overstimulated. If you wait until they walk away or swat, the interaction ends on a negative note. Instead, pay attention to their subtle cues. A tail starting to flick ears, pivoting sideways, their body stiffening slightly. That's your signal to wrap it up. End while they're still relaxed, and the memory they carry is positive. They'll come back sooner, not later. It's a powerful trust loop. You give them control, they give you more affection in return. Tip number 5, match. Their energy, Cats are incredibly sensitive to emotional tone. If your cat is lounging in a quiet mood, approach softly with slow movements. If they're in a playful mood, maybe dangle a toy first and then try petting once they've burned some energy. What you don't want is an emotional whiplash. Don't go from stomping around the house with a raised voice to suddenly scooping your cat up for cuddles. That's confusing. Instead, meet them where they are. Your calm presence amplifies their calmness. When your energy matches theirs, every touch feels emotionally aligned, and that's when cats let their guard down fully. Bonus: learn to read their yes and no. Think of petting as a conversation, not a monologue. Your cat is always giving feedback. You just have to learn their language. Signs they're loving it. Purring that stays steady. Kneading with paws. Slow blinking at you. Leaning into your hand. Signs they're over it. Sudden tail flicks. Ears turning back or sideways. Grooming themselves mid-pet. Walking away or stiffening up. When you respond to these signals, by stopping when they ask and continuing when they invite, you're building the ultimate form of trust. Communication. Why this matters more than you think. You might be wondering, okay, but is it really that big of a deal? My cat still cuddles with me sometimes. Here's the truth. Every interaction shapes your cat's perception of you. When you respect their boundaries, you're teaching them, you're safe with me, I'll listen to you. That's huge in the feline world. Because here's the magic. Once your cat trusts that you'll always respect their signals, they actually initiate more often. They rub against you more. They hop into your lap more. They stay longer. The affection doesn't decrease, it multiplies. And suddenly, you're not just coexisting with a pet. You're living with a companion who sees you as their chosen safe place. So the next time you reach out to pet your cat, remember, it's not just about giving affection. It's about building trust, one respectful touch at a time. Honor their signals, stick to the sweet spots, and quit while you're ahead. Do that, and I promise, your cat will love you not just for what you give them, but for how you understand them. And if you want to learn the secret meaning behind why cats headbutt you, rub against your legs, or even blink slowly at you, stick around. Because in our next video, we'll decode the mysterious ways your cat says, I love you. This is Feline Forecast, and I'll see you and your whiskered roommate in the next one.